early start this morning. Who won this time? You're the one buying dim sum again?
Hey, when you put it like that, it makes it sound like I'm always the one losing.
Ah, perfect. You're all here.
All right.
It's not just...
Sure.
We're here.
If the client's that important, then this must be a very crucial, very pressing commission, right?
Of course, the sooner you complete it, the better. I would advise you to depart as soon as possible.
All right. Don't work too hard now, Longjo.
You're a bit quiet today, Gaming. Oh, do you want Paimon to tell a story?
We're almost there. I'll take a rain check on that.
Hello, you must be the tea merchant heading to Liyue Harbor. Oh, so you're Gaming's father. It's just leave this delivery to him. Trust everyone at the
Seems like you've made some sort of name for...
The goods are all in order?
Yes, they're...
Then let's get going.
A Paimon doesn't know...
I see. I suppose I will have to trouble you all.
We've been walking for so long. Is anyone tired? How about we stop and rest for a bit?
I'm fine.
Gaming, don't you usually have some delicious snacks on you? Come on, bring them out so we can share them.
I'm fine. Thank you.
But the winter melon cake you gave us last time was so...
This place looks nice and open. Why don't you all...
Huh? What about you? You're not...
I'm not tired. I'll keep watch.
Oh, but...
Just let him go.
Okay, we'll just share amongst ourselves then. Did you know, Uncle Ip, that the...
Halt! Who goes there?
It appears that one's movements were overly...
Enough of your musings. Focus. Focus on the matter at hand. Present your exquisite ornaments at once.
Indeed.
It won't be difficult to subdue them, but they might have something else waiting in store. Leave this to me, Traveler, Paimon.
No coming!
If this is what I do...
A thorny foe indeed. Let us depart and seek a target softer in blow.
Don't think I'm gonna let you off so easily.
Away! Let us away!
Coming!
Don't worry, Paimon's even seen him take down a dozen or so treasure hoarders all by himself.
But coming, if he had just stayed by...
We just have to trust him. Let's go on.
All is going to plan.
Okay, we should be good to stop Yangli. Oh no, what is he doing here?
Good sir, please, listen to me. Reel in your line and leave this place as quickly as you can. There are bandits in the area.
Bandits? Acting in broad daylight? Oh. It appears many people are catching a chill as of late. If your throat is bothering you, Paimon, perhaps some tea and
Nope, no need. Paimon's fine. She just, had some cake stuck.
If there are indeed bandits in the area, then we should inform the Millilith at once. Oh? Well, such matters are best left to those with the necessary expertise, wouldn't you?
I suppose you're right. If ordinary people like us got involved, we would only cause more trouble.
Since we find ourselves otherwise unoccupied.
Ha!
Gaming. The name sounds somewhat familiar. Ah, yes. That is the name of the Usho dance.
Oh, have you seen him perform?
Indeed. I cannot help but admire his skill. He truly Usho dancing has become more well known in Liyue Harbor recently. However, although performers are seeing budding success, they have no doubt had to face many hurdles along the way. One's not so easily understood by If you ask me, what truly deserves admiration is perseverance in the face. I have heard many of my...
Seems like Zhongli has decided to...
He's a hard...
You should be sure to tell him
Your son is young yet. It's normal for... It's understandable to find talking about such things in person difficult.
No. It wouldn't be... I've been in the tea over the past. When you're young, every time I often regret...
It is only natural for a parent to strive to send their child down the right path.
You seem...
Rather than fretting about...
Then she's more...
Sure.
So...
That's not exactly what I was hoping to convey. As my friend... You need not... Indeed, with such... Children grow up...
Zhongli certainly has a... Oh, Gaming is back. Hey, Gaming!
Dad, Traveler. Well...
What does that mean?
Traveler, I'll come right out and say it. Those two can't look...
Okay.
At first, their manner... I was right on their tail, and it should have taken people with that level... Unless of...
Wow!
I just have a lot of experience. In the end, I'm guessing you guys were trying to help resolve things between my dad and me? I appreciate it, but this conflict between us has been going on for a long time. Even if those two were real bandits, and I was able to subdue them and You've seen the way he talks to me.
It's not like that at all! Your dad really cares about you. You should see the way he talks about you when you're not around. Zhongli was talking things through with him, and he nearly agreed to let it go. You don't believe us?
He won't let it go. He can say as much as he wants to other people, but he won't talk to me. I'm certain of it.
You told us you wanted to prove yourself to your dad.
Will that even do anything?
You won't know unless you try. Listen to us. It's time to...
I'll do my best.
Despite my...
You flatter me.
How much tea have you drank since we've been gone?
Well said. Gaming, Mr. Zhongli is very knowledgeable.
Huh?
I have very much enjoyed our conversation, Ipdak, but I
hope I didn't keep you. My apologies for taking up so much of your time, Mr. Zhongli.
It would be an...
We'll see you off, Zhongli. You two have a nice chat, all right? Thanks for helping us talk things through with Uncle Ip. Good thing you were able to pick up on what we were...
I have been around the both of you for some time now. You could say I have a certain level of expertise in that regard. As for my role in the conversation, think nothing of it. I hardly did anything.
Why did you have us walk all this way? Paimon thought we just had to go far enough to be
A friend approaches.
Hello.
Xiao! You're here too?
I've been here the whole time? A ghostly kite. Could that elusive Director Hu be coming to Wangshu Inn once again? What is she doing here? I suppose it matters not. Given her relationship with Rex, well, Zhongli, I might as well go pay my respects. It's you. I thought you were...
Your arrival is most fortuitous. Do you want to try out this? The addition of the power source makes the takeoff more stable.
He seems quite immersed in the study of...
I fear it's almost too stable. It completely negates the pleasure of seeing one's kite sway with the wind. In truth, I'm here because Director Hu dispatched me to purchase some items.
I see. Much like she does every year. Much like she'll do next year, I would imagine. Am I wrong? Or has she once again sent you out to buy... what is it, sesame oil?
While we're on the subject, I do wonder why she is so obsessed with using sesame oil in the preparation of mixed vegetable dishes for Lantern Rite. A recommendation from Xiangling, perhaps.
I've only met Director Hu a few times. I'm hardly the best person.
And is that not a sign that you should visit Wangsheng Funeral Parlor more often? It wouldn't hurt to grace the parlor with your presence now and again. This one here is a traditional kite, one without any equipped mechanical device. Director Hu tasked me with studying the differences between the two. Many hands make light work. Perhaps you could test out the other...
All right. I have made my comparison. If speed is what you're after, the mechanical kite is the better choice.
Wonderful. I shall pass that information. I'll leave these two kites with you. Perhaps you can find a few friends with which to partake in the activity. You might...
wait.
Well, I would imagine someone of your talent and wisdom...
So, you were testing out the kites for Hu Tao and even roped Xiao into doing it for you? Paimon didn't ask earlier because the situation was...
I would hardly say I roped Xiao into anything. I simply sought the help of a friend. Besides, we did the testing together.
Seems like our pool of competitors is growing. Do you like kite flying, Xiao?
I suppose I neither like nor... Although, watching a kite gradually ascend, perhaps they're a bit like shell lanterns in that way.
Kite flying is also a pleasant form of real...
Have you ever thought about making a kite? Cloud Retainer taught us how. We can teach you.
There's no need. Menogius was the only Yaksha among us who had an interest in matters of ornament. When Lantern Rite is over, come find me near Pervasi's temple if you have the time.
It's getting late. I should go inform...
How's she been, by the way? Be sure to say hi to her for us.
The last time I spoke to her, she mentioned that she would be visiting Chaoying Village in a few... If you have the time, perhaps you could also make the trip.
We'll keep that in mind. Take care, Zhongli. See you later.
See you next time.
Gamin, I don't have any...
Then I'll go. I still don't want to leave Li...
Oh, I can't say I support that decision, but... Hey, let me finish before you get all worked up.
Sit, Shinhe, sit. You must be tired from your journey. Shall I pour you a cup of tea, or would you prefer something else to drink?
No need. They're gone.
Perfect. The time is nigh for us to make... Do you remember the plan when recounted to you?
Yes, Master. We aim to give them a demonstration of familial love. So I'll have what...
All right.
What are Auntie...
Perfect. Or it would be. Forget. Has...
Drunk guest.
Are Auntie Xin you...
Oh, dear.
Recent...
I guess... That sounds about right. Take her to do something fun, And perhaps...
Like we used to do when we would carry stones up and down the mountain from dawn.
Dad, here.
Coming. I don't... If you come, your aunts.
Huh.
Shh. Just think about...
Dad, but I thank you.
It's been long enough, don't you think? Oh, they're... hey, you two! Paimon's sorry.
Perfect timing, act.
Yep,
God.
Master, I tried to go along with your questions, but when I saw how you and that man reacted...
Not at all. Certain unforeseen variables may have presented themselves along the way.
Then I helped?
Naturally, your purity of spirit is one...
You must be Mr. Ip! Thank you for coming all this. My name is Charlotte, and I'm a reporter from Fontaine. You can find me writing for the Steambird. I invited you here not just to purchase your fine tea, but also with the hope...
An interview?
I suppose you could think of it...
The Fontaine? Then I'll need...
Of course, of course! Please follow me.
is this person also involved in your plan? And here, I thought I had lots of connections. I suppose I've been humbled.
Over here! Yoo-hoo! Over here!
Huh? What? Auntie
She probably wants to talk about the next phase of the plan. Let's go while your dad is still distracted.
I take it that all is going well?
Don't worry, Shenyan. Everything is going according to...
I knew it. I knew that was all an act earlier. She was so determined to help me. She didn't even care about...
As for the next step...
Oh, no!
What's wrong, Gummy?
Don't tell me you're the ones footing the bill for all that tea. I can't let you do that.
Fret not. Reimbursements will...
Exactly! Think of it more as an... And we pulled together the Mora so that Charlotte Fontanians will probably fall in love with your dad's tea as soon as they lay their eyes on...
Oh, okay. Business-related
We can talk about such matters at a later date.
Yes. I've been thinking I haven't, but I'd hate to...
Yeah, we're all friends here.
Okay.
Got it! Just leave it to... Let's split up and make it happen. We need to do those things we talked about, but we also still have the kite flying competition. Since Xiao already tested out those kites for us, why don't we also go buy one of those mechanical thingamabobs or whatever they're called? We can attach it to our kite.
Welcome back! I see you returned from your trip. I really do have to thank you for all your help from before. Thanks to you, my daughter was able to build a kite with her grandmother that very same day. She even wrote a long letter telling me how much she loved it.
Oh, you should really be thanking Gaming, not us.
I'll be sure to.
And are you here to buy a kite?
Please, take your pick.
Oh, we already have a kite. We wanted to buy one of those, device thingies from Fontaine. Do you sell them separately?
Ah, yes. Here you go. Please, take it, free of charge. The directions are in the box. It's not hard to install at all.
It doesn't feel right for us to just take it.
Well, nor would it feel right for me to take your Mora. Good luck in the kite flying competition. I'll be rooting for you.
All right, then. Thank you. Phew, it's done. Let's get down to business. Looks like we finished everything we needed to do. Let's find a good place and put this thing into the sky.
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory. All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging.
From my time with the Crux.
Chi-Chi, we're almost there.
Okay.
Come here, allow me.
The Lantern Rite is as festive as ever!
Huh? Oh, what's going on?
Did something happen? What should we do? Oh, should we get the Millilith?
Have I taken that many pictures already? I need to load more film.
Wait, the wind.
Oh my gosh! Mommy, I want a big kite like that too! Do you see that kite way out in front? It's so beautiful!
Happy Lantern Rite.
Happy Lantern Rite!
Gaming's performance was so cool, Paimon almost wanted to join in! You saw that, right, Traveler? Let's go find him! Oh! He's over there! Talking to his dad! I think I'll head off now.
Thank you, little girl.
No need. Master is waiting for me.
Son, I suppose
Okay.
your performance,
Wow.
your...
Absolutely.
Then it doesn't matter. What I mean to... Really, all I really want to say, much like this...
Dad.
Son.
Son?
I bet you're wondering what's got...
Well,
Anyway, to me, Gaming... All right.
Seeing the two of them talk things through like this really gives Paimon a sense of accomplishment.
Over there, your friends are still...
Huh?
I'll be staying in...
Dad.
Go.
Okay.
That's quite the smile you've got there, Gummy. It's nothing to be embarrassed about.
I'd like to find, if everyone has time, go fly a kite.
also planning on spending some time in Xiaoying Village? We didn't have anything else to do today, right? Why don't we go have a look around? Maybe we'll run it.
Strike a pose! Let my name echo in
Minute's memory.
There is no escape!
Everyone hold hands.
Run from death. You can't run from death.
The mountain air is so refreshing. It makes Paimon feel like she could float around all day and never get tired.
cream! Gummies!
Huh? Did you hear that?
Sunshine!
Right? So Paimon wasn't. That voice sounds. Well, we've got the time. Why don't we go check it out? What are they doing here? Navia, Clarande!
Ah, well, if it isn't my dear partners. See, I told you that something good was going to happen during our travels today. I have to say, sometimes the Steambird's astrology column is spot on.
It's just your lucky day.
Are you guys also here to catch the festivities? Oh, and that reminds me. Happy Lantern Rite.
Happy Lantern Rite.
Happy Lantern Rite to you, too! Wait, if you're here for Lantern Rite, then what are you doing on top of this deserted mountain? And that voice we heard, that was you, right, Navia?
Oh, impressive. You could tell it was me from that far away. You've got good ears.
That or your voice is just really loud.
Well, of course it is.
Indeed. I suppose it's an asset.
Sure is! Having a loud voice is a handy tool when it comes to communication. Wait. That wasn't even Paimon's. Paimon just wants to know why you two were shouting from the top of this deserted... There was something about almonds, maybe? And buell fruit? Ooh, is it some sort of secret code?
No, it's not a code. The word...
Perhaps. But the act of shouting was very me. That's just what mountain climbers do, right? After all the hard work it takes to make it to the top, as you stand on the summit looking out at the... Exactly. I was afraid that it would cause a disturbance, so I asked the locals around here, and they said it was fine. Apparently most hikers like to shout when they get to the top, so the locals are used to it by now. So, you see, it's not just me. I guess everyone shouts from the top of a mountain at...
Speak for yourself.
When you're stressed, don't you ever just get the urge to do...
Not really. If I ever get stressed...
Oh, that's a pretty good way to relieve stress.
What I choose to hunt depends on my mood.
Huh?
Anyway, why don't you two give it a try?
As long as Paimon has clothes on her back and food in her belly, Paimon doesn't think there's any stress that needs relieving.
Oh, no need to be shy. Even...
Huh? Did Paimon hear that right? Farina's all...
Believe in your ears.
It is indeed as you... Actually, the reason we climbed this mountain in the first place was also because we heard the sound of shouting.
Yes, we could just about make out someone yelling things like, "Help me!" and "What should I do?" So we hurried up, and what do you know? Miss Farina was standing right there, all red in the face. She practically sprinted back down the mountain.
That reminds me. I believe what she actually said was, "So help me, I will figure out what I should do about this script."
So you could actually hear what she was saying? Why didn't you say so earlier?
I figured we would come check out the situation either way. Why not let her keep some private...
Oh, seems like you caught Farina in the middle of some stress. She probably would have never thought... No, she definitely would have never thought she would run into anyone she knew all the way out here.
I think so. We ran into Nervalet on the way here as well, but he was already on his way back, so...
What? Nervalet was here too? What was he doing here? It couldn't have been for vacation.
I think it just might have been, actually. But apparently he only stayed for half a day before heading back. He's...
Nervalet is not the type to take much time off. Taking even a half day for himself is already a huge step in the right direction.
Didn't Charlotte publish an article on the Liyue tea industry recently? Maybe he was inspired to come buy some tea after reading that article.
My situation is completely different. I'm here because I was asked to accompany you. The tea purchase is simply an added bonus.
You Fontainians and your tea drinking.
Oh, it's not for me. I lost a bet with Ridesley, and now I have to buy him something. It was just a spur-of-the-moment sort of bet. Ridesley gets really invested in that sort of thing, but he couldn't care less about what he wins in the end. You could give him mint plants that you plucked from the side of the road, and he wouldn't even mind.
If only he was that easygoing when it came to talking. In any case, I'm pretty sure the tea you bought is this region's specialty. What is it called again? Yes, that's the one.
You didn't really buy $10.
Please, do I look like someone who would fall for that sort of mark?
That reminds me. You guys said you only came up here because you heard my voice, right? I hope it didn't put you out. You must have had a...
Oh, that's right. Who tell? A few days ago, we heard that a friend was going to be in Chaoying Village. So we decided to come and see if we could run into her.
Oh, dear. We've been chatting for quite some time.
We should probably head out and look for her.
No need to stay on our account. We just got up here, so we're gonna stay around.
Go and meet your friend.
Sounds good. We're gonna head down the mountain. Chaoying Village is known for its tea, but you know what else they have with tea? That's right, dim sum! Didn't Gaming say something about dim sum? Oh, well that's fine too. Paimon doesn't care what kind of tea it is as long as it comes with some tasty snacks. Now, let's see what kind of yummy... Paimon's not seeing things, is she? Is that Farina standing between Zhongli and Hu Tao? Wonder what they're talking about. Zhongli knows a lot of stuff. Maybe he's telling Farina about Chaoying Village. Oh, or maybe Hu Tao is trying to rope Farina into being one of her clients. Hey, this isn't the Fortress of Meropide, but Paimon could be convinced for the right price. Let's say, since Zhongli is there, it's decided then. Paimon votes for tour guide Zhongli. All right, no time to waste. Great, now Paimon shouting.
Oh, well, aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Seems like our luck just keeps on growing.
That we were able to meet you both without prior arrangement must mean that this is quite the serendipity.
Huh? Oh, so both of you are acquainted with the Traveler and Paimon, then? I'm pretty sure you didn't learn that one from me. I must admit, I'm a bit surprised to see you here, Traveler. But seeing as you're a hero who's been all over to that, It makes sense that you would be well-traveled, and since we have found ourselves in each other's company within the—
It appears you have been to Fontaine, then, given your proclivity to spread good deeds wherever you go. It's no surprise that you would make the acquaintance of a celebrity as illustrious and celebrated as Miss Farina.
What I mean to say is, you flatter me. Although I've built up a certain following within Fontaine, it is no reflection of strength or wisdom. I stand before you right now as nothing more than an ordinary traveler in search of beautiful scenery and creative inspiration. There is definitely more to Mr. Zhongli than meets the eye. I could tell as much given his breadth of knowledge on both academic and worldly matters. There's no way he hasn't heard about what happened, and is he just feigning ignorance from—
No. You're no common tourist. I simply won't have you talk about yourself that way.
Does that mean Hu Tao also—
You may not have heard, friends, but... Miss Farina is now one of my esteemed clients. Okay, you win. Guess Paimon will have to break into the hidden stash at the bottom of her shoe.
What's this about when—
Don't tell me. You two were placing bets on us. We just saw you guys standing on the side of the road and couldn't help but take guesses as to what you were talking about. Oh, I see. That means you, my friend, must have guessed that I was trying to promote my business to Miss Farina. That I do, my friend. What was Paimon's guess then? Paimon thought Zhongli was showing the newbie around.
By newbie—
If that's the case, then Paimon's guess was also correct.
Oh, that's right. Mr. Zhongli was telling me about some great sightseeing spots in the—
Ha! You see? Paimon was right too. Since both of our guesses were right, there can't be a winner or a loser. Hey, don't be upset, How about this? You buy Paimon a bowl and Paimon rolls. As for the third... Since I was the subject of the bet, perhaps it should go to me? You know, as a I was just joking. Anyway, I should be the one treating you. The funeral parlor is about to bring in quite the sum. Oh, Paimon almost forgot to ask about the something happen recently for...
Huh? What do you...
Well, you know, with you enlisting the services of Wangshu...
Oh, well...
Really? Paimon is so sorry for your loss. Although Paimon may have not known...
Whoa, it's not like that, Paimon.
Huh? But Paimon just thought... Since you hired the services of a funeral parlor...
Really, Paimon? It's not like you don't know me. Do I look like I know anyone who would ask me to coordinate their funeral? Miss Hu Tao is simply helping prepare some props for my film. Not too long ago, I read a collection of horror stories from Liyue. The content was spectacular. In fact, I still feel the need to sleep with the light on even now. Anyway, that's not the point. Now that Fontaine's biggest star has returned to the stage, I figured it's about time the industry enjoyed a breath of fresh air. Hey, that's pretty good. I'll have to remember that.
Oh, Paimon sees. That makes a lot. So, did you come to Liyue just to enlist the service?
Well, not my original plan was to just relax and enjoy the sights. But then I ran into Miss Hutao and Mr. Zhongli, and
It was a fated meeting indeed.
Zhongli sure loves his lofty turns of phrase. But if you ask me, it's all thanks to that man who stopped to ask,
oh, it's someone you know. Wanna take a...
What?
How did you guess that on your first try?
Very impressive, my friend. Your guessing game is...
Huh. Paimon never thought Neuvillette would be the type to get lost.
I'm sure he didn't get lost. Even I was able to find my way to this place without any trouble. He was already getting ready to leave by the time I arrived. He just wanted to ask someone about the quickest way to get back to Fontaine.
Yup, that's exactly. This area is full of mountains and rivers. It's normal to not know the fastest route.
So, were you the one that pointed him in the right direction?
Of course. I'm also a guide of sorts, you know. But speaking of...
What about him?
He doesn't get out much, does he? No wonder. He was stiff as a board and way too polite. I would have never guessed he was here on vacation if you hadn't told me.
All in all, he was only here for half a day. I'm pretty sure he's the only one who would consider that to be a vacation.
Oh? This gentleman you speak of must keep a demanding...
I'm sure he does. You didn't see him, but he was dressed like he was about to attend some important meeting.
Is that so?
Wait, you didn't see him, Zhongli?
Unfortunately, at the time, it appeared as if Director Hu and Miss Farina were having quite the productive conversation.
What a shame. That gentleman seemed like a sophisticated sort of guy. I actually...
Is that so? Hmm? To borrow Miss Farina's turn of phrase, perhaps it just wasn't meant to be.
Well, with the Traveler around, I'm sure you'll have a chance to get to know each other at some point.
That's right. He's got more friends than he knows what to do with.
Well, that certainly... Oh, that reminds me. If you get the chance, you should try and talk to Neuvillette into loosening up a bit. Just tell him the Palais Mermonia isn't going to fall apart if he disappears for a few days. He shouldn't keep himself cooped up all the time. Even clams open their shells to let in fresh water every... If he's really that much of a stickler for protocol, he can fill out a leave of absence request. He'd have to approve it himself since he handles that sort of thing now, but you know what I mean.
Seems like this gentleman is also in charge of something pretty important. Sounds like a pretty uptight sort of guy. In my experience, a leader needs to be able to roll with the punches. That also includes knowing when, and it seems like your friend still has a lot of growing to do.
If I remember correctly, he's already several thousand. You're quite right.
Oh? Traveler, Miss Farina. Those two individuals over there appeared...
Oh, it's Navia and Clarand. Hey, over here!
We saw you all chatting over here, and we're wondering if we could join in.
Please.
Oh, so polite. No apologies necessary. Any friend of the Traveler and Miss Farina is...
Straight to the point. It's getting late. If we want to catch a boat back before dark, we should probably get...
Indeed. Then, Miss Farina... When are you planning to head back? Do you need us to escort...
I don't think that will... I mean, you're not my subordinate anymore. You don't need to look after...
I didn't... It's normal for friends to travel home together if they run into each other.
There are a lot of mountainous roads in this area. I imagine they'll be even harder to navigate.
Exactly. Just like 8 paths converge in a wood. Beside them, an old house is stood. But if you take a closer look, there may be something you missed. My dear demoiselles, ladies, no, I mean friends.
Of course.
Gotta say, Farina, you are really quite the character. By the way, did I hear you mention that Clorand used to work under you? Then you must have also been a leader at...
well, that's, all in the past now. Besides, being a leader is hard. I prefer how things are now. I can come and go as I please, and get to enjoy the sweet taste.
I see. Well, you've certainly picked an apt place to relax.
Only the best. Thank you so much, Miss Huta.
It's fine. You thanked us the next time you're in this neck of the woods. I'll treat you to some dim sum.
Dim sum? Is that some kind of liu?
They are a part of it. It's basically a table full of as much tea, sweets, and good company as you...
Oh, so it's basically a tea party.
Make sure to order the winter melon cake and the lotus...
Ooh, okay.
Wait, but didn't you guys say you were here on vacation? How come you're all going home empty-handed?
Of course I am. I bought tons of fun things to bring home with me. A kite, a parasol, a little tin frog that jumps. Oh, and a stuffed toy of a mythical beast. Clorand is the one who didn't buy anything for herself.
So all you're bringing back with you is that tea?
And some tea-flavored hard candies. They're for
Clorand isn't much of a shopaholic.
Well, one of us has to practice restraint.
Hey, I'm hardly reckless with my Mora. I'll have you know, all the purchases I made today were well within my budget.
Me? Oh, well, I bought some tea, of course. I just had to try all the varieties recommended in the Steambird. Other than that, just some bits and bobs, you know. A little bit of this. They should all be things I can use, I think.
Now Paimon's even more confused. If you bought that much stuff, where did it all go? Into one of Linny's magic packets?
Oh, actually...
Monsieur Neuvillette took them with him.
Oh, so that's what happened. Wait, what? Why did he take them? He's not hoarding treasure, is he?
That's quite the imagine. Monsieur Neuvillette just saw the amount of bags we had and offered to take them back for us. I felt a bit bad at first, but, I really did have a lot of stuff.
He even offered to deliver my gifts to the Fortress of Maripede for me once he's done with the day's work. Neuvillette is a man of his word. If he says he can do something, then he means it.
See? Even Clorand was happy to take him up on his offer. If even his trusty subordinate agreed, then who was I to refuse?
Wow, he seems like a real gentleman. If only the funeral parlor had an employee as thoughtful, proactive. Right, Zhongli?
Indeed.
Clorand said Neuvillette offered to deliver her gifts to Risley. So if we go to the entrance of the Fortress of Maripede, maybe we'll run into Neuvillette. But we don't know exactly when he'll show up.
Oh, that reminds me. A new year of work. If there's anything you want to talk about, Zhongli, you know you can come to me.
Does the director have any
It just seemed like you were a bit preoccupied today, and much less talkative than usual. You barely said anything other than, "Is that so?" If you ask me, I'd say you're having a midlife crisis. You're getting to be around that age after...
Is that so? Given its distance from the city, Chaoying Village enjoys a much slower pace of life. Surrounded by such peace and tranquility, I also seem to have developed a proclivity for inactivity. I apologize for making you worry.
What do you think, Traveler? Is this atmosphere putting you in a lazy mood too? Wow, you are getting really good at these kinds of
Indeed.
Well, everyone, make sure that you've got all your belongings with you before... If there's any souvenirs anyone still wants to buy.
Reliable as ever, Miss President.
What is that that supposed?
Clorand is right, though. You really are
It's not what she's saying. It's the way she's saying it.
I will say, I never thought you'd be so easygoing outside of work, Clorand. The tone of voice you use when you're working doesn't exactly make you seem like the type who enjoys interacting with people.
Well, I try to keep my professional and private life separate. That includes my behavior.
You take care now, Traveler. Paimon. Ah, trying to act cool now, are we? Well, I guess it's not an act for you.
You are indeed quite strong.
It's been great talking to you all. I'm really glad maybe we could go on another...
Oh, it's you. It has been some time since few people frequent this location. Since I was able to conclude my work early for the day, I thought I might take a walk and avail myself of this area's peace.
You call this early? Do you always work this late, Neville?
Strictly speaking, that depends on the agenda for the day. I am hardly bereft of time, however, so working late is of little consequence to me.
Really? If you have so much time on your hands, then why did you only go to Chaoying Village for...
First, I should clarify that I was referring to my lifespan, rather than the time at my disposal on any given day. Second, I was unaware you possessed knowledge of my trip to... I see. Thank you for informing me. Yes, they have been safely delivered.
I have to hand it to Clorand. Just a simple gift delivery, and she has the great and mighty Udex at her beck and call.
I was just passing through. It was merely an act of convenience.
All right. Then I hereby confirm receipt of the goods on behalf of the staff of the Fortress of
A verbal receipt of confirmation? Is such a formality really necessary for a small matter?
Guess not. This quantity of tea, though, seems a little excessive for a gift, don't you think? Before you know it, they'll start accusing me of taking bribes.
About that. Much of that is my own excess, I'm afraid.
Oh?
It was buy 10 boxes, get half off.
Ah, that explains it then. Well, go ahead and leave them to me. I'll get through this stash as fast...
You have my thanks. Oh, there's something else I'd like to...
This? A stone slate. Engraved with a symbolic...
Well, that is an apt description. It is, in actuality,
a legal codex, huh?
Before the advent of modern writing utensils, information was recorded on stone slabs.
Oh.
Since ancient times, the scales of justice have symbolized the fairness and... As a tribute to that sentiment, this slate was designed after a traditional legal codex and engraved with a symbol instead of... During my travels recently, I chanced upon a roadside stall offering tourists the opportunity to try their hand at the ceramic arts. So we joked with Clorand some time ago about gifting you a legal codex.
Ah, so that's what this...
I did not expect you to remember it as well. In any case, I hope this can be considered as a reasonable attempt to join in on the banter.
It is a very... I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Even your sense of humor centers around the law. That's an impressive level of commitment. A gift of this significance deserves to be put on display, and I know just the place.
Surely there's no need for such...
Just kidding. I don't have anything like a show, but we do have a storage room. We can put it next to all the mechanical parts Sijuin has collected.
That sounds good.
So that's what you were doing in Chaoying.
Indeed. Of course, while I was there, I also took the opportunity to taste the local... The aftertaste is much purer than what I have to... If you want to experience the true flavor, you simply have to go to the source. Then we are of the same mind.
If you say so, like, you don't have to justify a vacation, right? After all, you're hardly bereft of time. You can do whatever you...
You're quite right. I suppose I suffer not from a lack of opportunity, but rather a lack... However, after reading a few articles about Liyue's holiday traditions, the idea popped into my head and made itself quite at home. Seeing as I was free of responsibilities for the morning, I decided to depart at once. Refreshing. My spontaneous outing seemed to inspire quite a few other spontaneous... Take, for example, my foray into ceramics. At first, soil from the ground is granular and unforgiving, but add the right amount of water, and it becomes... In the past, I never thought about how quotidian that... This is also something I'm...
That's a ladle? Paimon thought it was supposed to be some long-necked sea creature.
That was indeed one of my inspirations. Really, to tell you the truth, given your unexpected arrival, I find myself quite unequipped to give you the welcome. Around such an important holiday such as this, human custom would dictate... But I'm afraid this is all I can offer. If you'll have it, that is. That is precisely why it would do me such a great honor if you accepted. You are most welcome. Happy Lantern Rite. Approve a leave of absence request. That sounds like it could easily lead to a vicious cycle of self-indulgence, something which couldn't be in further violation of protocol. But I suppose I understand her point. My proclivity to refrain from personal outings does, in part, originate from a sense of responsibility toward my duties. But it is also due to a lack of desire to engage in the... But now I see that the human world is indeed full of many interesting places to discover. Lantern Rite marks the start of the new year, and in the spirit of the season, then, I wish you a year of success as vast and...
Ad Astra. Thank you for coming. Ad Astra.